Boys, just calm down. We don't need to throw punches just yet.
I just watched 3 premierships in 4 years just to watch this shit again.
The big angry men who run around in fashion bodies.
If I see anyone complain or say they can swap Martinelli for Matt and Mbappe, that's true.
I'm just dreaming of beers.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Uneducated Nuffies. And it's so glorious. It's glorious this season being on right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
It's great.
Having a good time.
It's great.
I'm really enjoying the season of the NRL.
You don't watch the NRL.
I do now.
No, you don't.
Are you funny in different sports, are you, Owen? Anyway, welcome back, guys. How are your weekend?
Well, it was good. It was good. I've been a bit crook this weekend. Haven't been having a bit of the man flu.
Sick watching Carlton play.
That as well. But I made the trip down the Princess Highway this weekend. I went down to Geelong. I had a question I want to propose to you guys. What is there to do in Geelong?
Nothing.
Like
nothing.
I had some downtime and I was stumped what to do. Obviously, I went to go visit my grandparents because I'm a good grandchild, grandson. Yes, thank you. But I had a bit of downtime and I was trying to figure out what do I do besides swim.
You can go.
What is there?
You can go to a Geelong.
Walk on the beach.
You can go to a Geelong. There is no beach.
No, it's a bay.
It's funny.
Geelong Bay. There's a Ferris wheel. It doesn't work half the time. There's lammies.
Geelong Pier.
Yeah, what a great idea to do my downtime.
Go to the local bin and find a syringe.
There is like they hype up Geelong as like this really nice city down the road from Melbourne.
Hey, it's no European mini city in the heart of central Victoria, right?
Bendigo.
Yeah.
Mini Paris.
But I was stumped what to do there.
Yeah, no, it's
Leave.
Like even the footy was bad down there. The crowd are just as feral.
Not really.
Oh, really? What? Hot take.
Hot take.
That's early.
Geelong fans are feral.
Geelong fans. But yeah, I don't understand why people think Geelong's good. You've got one thing, but you have to drive 20 minutes out. And there's a water park. That's all there is.
The best part of Geelong is when you keep driving past it, you go down to Anglesey, Torquay and Lawn. That's the only good part of Geelong.
The Torquay Hotel is pretty popular, I've heard.
So is Lawn Hotel. Just ask Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jim, how was your weekend?
Mine was good. I was pretty quiet. See no footy to watch. Had a weekend off, which is
lucky fucking bastard.
Good. Didn't lose again 2 weeks in a row. I watched a robbery on Saturday, but we'll talk about that.
Oh, that's
in a bit. Other than that, yeah, nice and quiet for myself. I'm having good,
Put that fucking smile away.
I'm in good spirits.
What? Can I not be happy?
No.
Why are you happy? How was your weekend?
Oh, well, isn't it just great to start a Thursday? It's midway from my
I told you. Winning on a Thursday is...
It's so good because you get, one, it's against your arch rival. And two, you just get the whole weekend to relax and just be like, yes, we might be shit, but we didn't lose. And we're not Owen. It's just great. It's glorious.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, you can't say that in 2025, man.
Sorry, I'm going to bleep that out.
Yeah, thanks. You stupid cunt.
Absolutely, the Crows were right in front of me.
We're going to engage with our mind.
Do you think they didn't come to play? Do you think they sat in their cars waiting for the game to start and go out there?
Now in the AFL, just in life in general, there's 3 certainties in life. Death, taxes, and Billy Frampton locking down Charlie Kerner every time he plays him.
Happy twice.
Yeah, and he's played him twice.
And he dominates.
He's generally positioning. Kerno had to get a fucking body in the way of Billy because Billy was storming. He was going to take him down.
It's pretty easy to take him down when we decide to put it on his head. Like we do every week.
Maybe if you had a good
Can we
team.
get Harry back, please?
No. He's playing VFL.
Yeah, I know. He's played VFL the last 2 weeks. Get back in the team.
Elijah Hollands.
Yeah, he's back. He'll be actually helpful.
Anyway, I don't want to hear it. Thursday night was crap.
It was
Bad game of football.
Oh, is it crap now?
I watched it again. It was pretty crap.
So horrible.
Let's quickly go back to half time. When all of us are saying it's crap. No, this game is really good. Pressure everywhere. It was just because Carlton were up, and this is the only time.
That as well, yeah. I got a bit too pre-excited.
Yeah. You still can't play second halves.
You can read Carlton's game like a book right now.
We did not try.
High effort first half. Put some effort in, can get some goals, and then second half just nowhere.
That first quarter was our best quarter we played all year.
Yeah, and we did not try.
Yeah, we were piercing it through you guys.
Yeah, because we literally jogged the whole way. Did you actually see our defense?
It was like pro clubs.
Yeah, we went jogging.
I want to bring up something though about Carlton because obviously we know they're on 4, but is this start as bad as
Yes.
we've seen?
Yes.
No.
It is shocking.
Let me get you some stats here.
You were
Obviously,
ripping him last week.
round 1 against Richmond, that's inexcusable. We shouldn't be losing that game. Round 2 against Hawthorn, we only lost to Hawthorn by 20 points, who are a contending team this season.
Yeah.
Contending team. Let me finish first. Round 3, we only just lost to the Bulldogs by 8 points. Who are also, yes, they're injured, and we probably should have been them, but we're playing really good football at the time.
You were up by 30.
And we only lost to you guys by 17 points. It's not like we're getting blown out.
We should have blown you out.
Yeah.
No, but you didn't.
Yeah, because we can't kick. It's not because you didn't try to get blown
It
out.
is-
You tried your best.
I don't think it is like everyone's seeing 0-4. They're not actually looking. We're being competitive for most games. Yes, we blow out second half.
No.
and turn
You've
the
been
shit
good in the
back.
first half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but-
second half has been horrendous.
Yeah, we don't. But
You
it's
played-
not like we're getting blown out like a West Coast or a North Melbourne.
Yeah, because they're bad.
Yeah,
You're not meant to
there's
be
a
bad.
difference. Your team is supposed to be in the premiership chase.
It's still a long season to go.
Yeah.
And you're not doing anything with it.
Hawthorn started 0-6 last year, and look where they turned.
I'm gonna, you know the amount of teams that have made finals after being 0-5 ever, 2, Sydney and Hawthorn.
Yeah, but we're not 0-5 yet.
Yeah, 0-4, and that's still the same stat.
And also, good point here, right? So you're saying your first half's are great, right? And your second half's are terrible. First half of the season will be great for you if that's the best you've got because you can't make the second half of the
Had
season.
to look like if there's a ladder based on just the first half
Oh,
of the
you mean
game.
leading?
No, we're second.
yeah.
We're behind, and I think Adelaide are top because Adelaide haven't lost. Going till before last week, they hadn't lost a single quarter of football.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous stat like that.
You guys suck. Don't try to turn us
You're
No,
not making finals.
I don't think it's as no. We can still play finals.
No, you're not.
You're
done.
No, this week is do or die for the season. This is the game.
Imagine us at the start of the year saying that going into the wham against West Coast, that it's do or die.
Yeah, still die.
It's embarrassing.
That's so bad.
That's embarrassing.
If we don't beat, okay,
And I can't wait.
put it out here. If we not beat West Coast by more than 20 points, I will do a forfeit of your two choosing on the pod next week.
Deal.
Deal.
I can't wait. I can't wait for Matt Aloisi to kick 5 goals
I can't wait for
And
just
just-
10.
and end your season.
I will put that out here. You guys can give me a forfeit. I have to do live on the pod next week.
Yeah.
I hope Harley kicks 6.
No.
But no, okay. Let me quickly. I actually did some analysis from watching from the stands.
So you notice
From the stands.
Yeah, because I was actually at the top.
You
of the
actually able to
field.
notice
I actually
things?
I noticed things. Yeah.
Mm.
So, what Vossi's main game plan this year is kick it down the middle, and eventually we can handball it through. And it's great for the first half.
Crash bash through.
Yeah, crash bash through. It's great for the first half when teams are like getting into the game, and you guys going bursting out.
Carlton have energy still.
Yeah. As soon as you do that, everyone reads it in the second half, and they're still jogging. And as soon as you go and you start trying to handball it through, McGovern, Hollins, and fucking who else is down back? Sauce.
Sad.
Everyone down
Hayes. No, Sard and Holland look good on the weekend. You
back.
can
Hollins was
Hollins was
Sard
not
just
was
include it.
average.
What?
Hollins kicked 3 direct turnovers to goals.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah,
Sard was good. Sard was good.
This you're trying to become what Hawthorn are and what we were in 2023, where we handballed the fuck out of it, and you can't because your hand skills are awful.
Yeah,
Your
that's what
efficiency
we're
is
trying to
awful.
work on.
Yeah.
You're not
The issue
the
is you
regular
should
team.
be working to your strengths, not your fucking horrible
What is our strength then?
kicking it down
Is
in
it
the, in
though?
the space.
Is it though?
No, they can't kick inside 50.
No, in the space.
We have the worst inside 50 in the comp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our inside 50 to score difference is last in the league.
They
And
don't
that's-
have good forward entries and they don't have a good small forward. So when the entries are terrible and they can't mark it, there's no small forward to get there. And kick
There's only one shining light or two that we had in the VFL on the weekend. Obviously, Harry's one of them. But actually having Corey Durden back, Corey Durden is better than some of the small forwards we have in the
It's
league.
not your saving grace.
He's not our saving grace, but he's
not
something
going to do
different.
anything.
We
Uh,
need, but we keep
said-
saying this.
you said that
we
about
need to try something different.
You
Bring in a
tried-
bins. Try with
You tried with
Moya.
Moya. He had 1 disposal.
Moya.
He had 1
Because he
disposal.
had to try and be a tall forward, not a small forward.
He No, he had one
Okay.
disposal in 3 quarters.
Can I just make a point here, right? Remember at the start of the season when you said, why don't you put us in top 4? And now you're saying that Corey Durden is a bright light in the
It's our
VFL.
saving grace.
Oh my! This is why we had you 9th, and we were being nice and putting.
No, you
in
haven't.
top-
You had us.
We had him in top
I had
8.
it 9th the whole time until before Hanks. I knew
Wah,
it was a
wah,
shit.
wah. Enough Carlton. I'm sick of hearing Carlton every week.
Well,
always-
Well, maybe you don't lose yet.
it's funny to talk about because you're shit.
No, if we win next week, I'll talk about it for 2 minutes. And that's it.
Because you beat West Coast, doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, it still counts. A win's a win.
You would say that, Alan.
Come on.
Let's move on. We'll move down to where I was shitting on before. We're going down to GMHBA this week.
That was another shocking game. It was so bad.
Are Melbourne worse than Carlton at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah, but once again, they are fucking awful. And we knew that.
Melbourne are worse than Joel because they're bad on the field and their club is in more of a shambles off field.
So when they beat you by 50 points, it'd be really funny.
I remember, so we had because obviously I was working on the game. We had I probably shouldn't be saying this, but they had a meeting. No, it'll be fine. They had talks before the game warning us there might be, if it's a big blowout, that Goodwin might be getting the axe. So it's forthcoming.
I think, yeah.
I think everyone kind of saw that coming.
It's forthcoming. Like, they got security guards following around so you didn't get hurt.
Would you say...
You know that Ross the Boss had that as well in Adelaide.
Yeah, but it's Ross the boss in Adelaide. Adelaide fans are just as bad as Geelong
Port.
fans. Yeah,
Yeah.
Adelaide. They're still
Yeah.
Adelaide.
Are you
They're still
saying
Adelaide
that-
people.
It's St Kilda. What's St Kilda done? To Port.
It's Ross.
I don't know. Are you saying that, so if Melbourne, they play Essendon this week, if Essendon was to beat them pretty easily, would that be a tipping point for Melbourne to say see you later?
He'll be the first coach sacked this season. He will be.
It's a race between him and Vossi.
No.
Vossi will not be gone
Vossi will not
because
get
Carlton
sacked.
can't afford it with their current situation.
That as well.
Oh,
But
no.
Melbourne also shouldn't because they don't have a CEO or anything. So what are they going to do?
Yeah,
this week?
they see. Oh,
Look at
no,
the club.
they got an interim one.
Yeah, but you need an actual one to actually make these decisions. And their one choice for it is going away for 3 months in Europe.
That is funny. But look, what are Melbourne having to do with this midfield crisis they have at the moment?
Yeah.
Do they stick it out, put in Petrarca, Viney, and Oliver in there? Trust their experienced old veterans almost. No, maybe not old, but they're experienced players in there. Or do they try something different, put their younger talent they have in there, the likes of... Throw some names out there.
I think they're already doing it. Harvey Langford's looked good through the midfield. It's probably their one positive this year.
Volstrup last year was playing good midfield minutes.
He's injured.
He's injured, and so when he's back, he'll be back in midfield.
Yeah, but they're still
Even
they're
Roll wins it
still
through there.
going with the idea of starting games, starting quarters with those
Well,
three in the
they
midfield.
tried something new on the weekend. They put Tom Sparrow as the tagger. That one really
How'd that
well.
work?
He only had 5 touches.
The only shining light and is Stephen May for them this season.
He
The
was
only
good.
shining
And
light.
he's 33.
Do
He now doesn't have...
do they even look at like trying to just ship him off for some picks whilst he
What?
still has value?
Yeah, they won't do that. But they should be going, literally going, hey, Adelaide, do you still want Clary? Or Geelong, do you want Clary? Hey, anyone want Petrarca? Hey, anyone want Gorn? Take the fucking...
No.
Gorn, sorry.
No, but go on, okay. But they're sticking still with Petrarca. I don't understand it. He looked disinterested after the game.
Yeah, he still kicked 2 goals and got 20 touches.
Yeah, but he looked disinterested after the game. They wanted to
Petrarca
keep him
has
because
to
of the
go.
talent he is, and he's such a in my opinion, a top 5 player in the comp.
When he's on, yeah.
He's top 5,
a gun.
easy.
Yeah.
But they were so adamant in keeping him when they had a chance to get rid of him, get really good compensation and picks for him, but they wanted to keep him, and look how this has turned out. It's almost backfiring even more now.
Well, no matter what they do now, as soon as they have to trade away Clary, Petrarca, Viney will stay, but
Fritsch is going to go.
Fritsch is going.
He was
he's
so
living on a
bad
free
on the
agent,
weekend.
and he's been awful.
He was so bad.
Lever probably will ask to leave. Like,
Lever's out.
Well,
for 2
Lever's
months.
out for 2
Yeah.
months now. He's going
yeah, but he'll
to have
still leave.
knee surgery.
Oh, knee surgery.
Hang on.
No, it's
Anyway.
too late.
No, but they're gonna have to just sell these people at cut price. Something they could have done for actual full price. Oh, Clary probably not full price.
It's going to be a similar bottom.
He would have got more value at least from last season. Oh, he's
No, his value's going back up.
yeah, he's playing actually good football.
Yeah.
But everyone else.
It's going to be a similar bottoming out to Richmond's, where they just lose a bunch of players.
Could you, big calling? Could you see Melbourne finishing bottom spoon?
No.
Close to. They're bottom 4.
They.
I had them bottom 4, I think. Oh, I had St Kilda bottom 4. Ignore me.
We'll have Melbourne pretty low, but
Yeah.
I think there's still too many games where Melbourne will get a win. And
Is there though?
compare it to a couple other teams we got in the comp.
they have a good chance this week.
They've
They've
got
got
chances to win.
Essendon this week. That's a game Essendon lose on the regular. They shouldn't, but that's similar to what you said. It's Melbourne's last chance of doing anything.
And I see them still beating West Coast, even whoever they play, because they can literally. They'll be when Van Rooyen kicks 6. That'll be the game he does.
Oh.
Van Rooyen was actually leading last week. I saw
Oh,
it.
he's learning.
Yeah, he'll get there. He's young.
learning.
He's young. He's
They
young.
have a forward line.
He's
Um,
young.
But go from the shit game we had down there to the barn burner at the Adelaide Oval up at Gold Coast.
People first.
What a game that was.
That's 2 finals teams right there.
That is.
They were elite. It was a great game to watch.
Mac Andrew versus Thilthorpe. I want to see this more.
Thilthorpe
The
will
twig
come.
versus the muscular man.
Did you just call? Anyway. So
The stick.
anyway, that was so bad. This was the game where everyone thought, oh, Adelaide and Gold Coast. This is gonna be one way eventually.
Was it?
I think so.
I
'Cause
think
had
Gold
everyone-
Coast were a fair chance of getting a big win, but
Also, I had,
Gold Coast kicked
I
accurately,
I
too.
heard a lot about Adelaide going up there and blowing them out because the defense couldn't hold the 3 big men.
well, they almost couldn't.
They almost couldn't, and they did combine for 12 goals.
Yeah, it was 11 or 12. It was something ridiculous. It's trio.
But at least for once, Gold Coast actually stood up and won the game, and that's what Dimmer said. He said 12 months ago we won this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
But and even with the likes of Rao, who's probably been the best player this season, didn't have the greatest game. But for their backline, Daniel Rioli probably had his breakout game at the Gold Coast.
Yep.
His best game of the season.
Jed Walter was very good.
Jed Walter looked competent forward.
3 goals. That's a good day for him.
What?
What?
The next Kerno.
Even
That's free kickless Kerno.
Walter was getting loved by the umps.
Um,
But even King didn't have a massive game up forward, which they needed him to. Anderson didn't have a massive game. Like, good signs for Gold Coast to actually win the game.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have,
They shouldn't have.
because the Crom were robbed for the 4th time in 2 seasons.
It doesn't help when the umpires, the AFL comes out the next day or the day after. Yeah, we screwed that up.
That's so pointless, doing that every time.
I was listening to something today. That's the 4th time the AFL had apologized.
How many
in the last
times
few
do
years.
Adelaide have to get screwed over?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just in their blood.
Yeah, this is now a thing.
No wonder
It's a
the
trend
Adelaide
now.
fans are so feral, because they get treated like absolute
No,
trash.
Adelaide fans are the ones that are posh.
They're still feral.
They're still feral.
Oh, not. I reckon they're like.
They're from Adelaide.
Yeah, they're the posh ones from Adelaide. They sound like English people.
Yeah, they're still feral.
There's
Go
no
get
such
that
thing
over.
as posh Adelaide people.
You don't know
Do you know them?
them. Yeah.
Do you know them personally?
Yeah.
What's their names?
Aaron.
But yeah, there was a great week for forwards this week too. Plenty of goals on offer here. Plenty on array. Jesse Hogan, second game.
9-bagger.
Yeah.
So
So
it is West Coast.
Only 1 goal behind on.
He's played 2 games.
Yep.
He's already 2nd in the Coleman.
It is West Coast. We won't
He's still gonna kick
hide
9.
that. It's a good effort.
9 is still mad.
I can't wait for Canada to only kick 1.
Just leave my man alone. He doesn't deserve this.
He's playing terribly.
But that was a brilliant goal kicking performance. What, Larky only kicked 2. Larky kicked 2 late ones. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, he didn't.
They held him goalless for a lot of the game.
So-
I almost had him in pressure point until he kicked 2 late.
Well, you can't really do that when he's still top 3 in the Coleman after that.
He's still winning it, and it's 1 game, so.
But good game. But the top 8 is somewhat starting to slightly hold a shape here. If you can have a look at the top 8
I'll
now,
tell you right
boys.
now. I've got it right here.
Um,
I'll tell you. So you got Hawthorn on top.
Yep.
Brisbane 2nd. Gold Coast 3rd. Giants 4th. Adelaide 5th. Collingwood 6th. Saints 7th. And the Cats are in 8th.
So we have a look at this top 8 here. Do you see any of these teams that are in the top 8 right now falling out come the end of the season?
Yes, St Kilda.
St Kilda and Geelong.
Not Geelong.
I see Geelong right
So
now.
Not
you look at the teams that could come in. You got Sydney, the Dogs, Fremantle. They're probably the only three teams I could probably see going in there.
Yep.
I think Sydney get in there.
Sydney do.
While I hate the idea of that, they probably do.
I think the most 2 likely are Sydney and Fremantle. Fremantle get their sales going. They looked pretty good last night.
I reckon if Doggies can pull it together.
Doggies still have a lot of people to come back.
I
They play well.
I just can never trust a Bevo team to do anything consistent.
I don't know. This is contract year Bevo. This is something we've never seen before.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, but it's also 4-week long mule contract month.
So are we
So far he's been pretty shit and then had a couple good... Okay
2 games. He
wins.
kept his job for another month.
Okay wins.
So are we confident in saying Gold Coast won't fall out?
Yeah.
Yep.
We've
I'm
had
happy
it
with
playing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. They got a percentage
They're-
of 172.
Top 4 right now, both Adelaide and Gold Coast. I think will be top 4 into the season.
They have good chance.
If
I-
Adelaide get robbed the whole way through...
I've got Hawthorn, Brisbane, Adelaide, and Gold Coast now. After watching the first round, they're my top 4.
I think
I'm,
Giants take top 4.
I'm swapping out one of them for the Giants. The Giants have been very good.
I think I'm gonna stay firm and lock it in.
Adelaide-
Lock it in, Eddie.
Adelaide aren't even in the top 4 right now.
Lock it in, Eddie. But they'll be in the top 4.
No, they got robbed again.
No, we get robbed.
They'll get robbed in the finals somehow.
Get robbed. They get robbed like Rory Lobb.
I thought we should touch it because it's a big week next week for the AFL. We're going to Adelaide, gather around, get loose.
What's your favourite non-Adelaide oval ground?
Norwood. It's
not
shaped
Adelaide.
like
I don't like Adelaide.
I like the
Jack-
Barossa,
I don't like Adelaide.
the Barossa Valley.
Billy Frampton Oval.
Norwood because it's built like an absolute postage
Where
stamp.
Goz is from.
Yeah, it's built like it's not even a ground. It's that small.
Footy Park.
Woody Park.
Amy Stadium, bring it back.
Bring it. We don't
back
want Adelaide
Footy
Oval
Park.
anymore.
I want to go through some of the big games. Thursday night, Adelaide Geelong, kick it off. That's a good game to start.
Adelaide win.
Yeah.
The Crom are going to be too powerful for that defense. I think Jack Henry might be out for Geelong.
Even then, this year,
He was a laid out too, yeah.
Geelong haven't been able to hold back Brisbane's offense. So,
Yeah, the Crom, that big head, three-headed monster. Scary.
yeah.
Don't have enough defenders to take him.
Yeah, no.
I've got Tom, that's it.
Big one Friday, Collingwood, Sydney. Collingwood have a lot of outs. Houston gone, Schultz gone, DeGoey gone. Pies a week. Week and a half.
I told you, there's going to be a
still
point they're going to
believe,
strike.
I
Do you know
believe in
why, though?
Sydney.
We're not one-dimensional in the forward line like North Melbourne are.
But you're not playing North Melbourne.
No, I'm saying the Carlton can't hold back 4 different players. You can only hold back 1.
I'm a Jimmy. I got Sydney.
Riley Bice is too powerful. Sydney.
Yes.
I don't care. North Melbourne, Gold Coast by 100.
10 billion.
130.
Big game for Carlton. They got West Coast at Adelaide.
Matt Owies revenge game.
Matt always kick 5.
West
West
Coast.
Coast
Matt
wins.
always kicks the winner. I'm going to look. He kicks the winner and he tugs his shirt. I'm going to punch the screen.
I hope he kicks 6 and he has 6 backup jerseys.
Yes. Good for the reigning premiers. They get to play at Norwood against the Doggies.
Fans don't get treated nice. They gather around.
No, it's because it's Adelaide.
Yeah.
No, because they're not a Victorian team.
I
or
think
Adelaide.
Brisbane do that pretty easily.
Well, no, it's just like Fitzroy used to be. Getting kicked out of the grounds they should be playing in.
Yeah. I reckon Brisbane do that pretty easily.
Yeah, I got Brisbane.
Even better, Saturday night, under the lights, Melbourne versus Essendon.
Who the
Oh,
fuck
prime
scheduled
time!
that?
Prime time!
Who the fuck scheduled that?
Can't wait to watch that on KO.
MCC, what the fuck?
Great game.
Oh, it's gonna be so average.
Boy, oh boy.
First time for the year I'm actually going to back Essendon to win a game.
I'm actually in Melbourne.
Yeah.
I'm going Melbourne.
Good against the wall.
Goody wants it.
Back down to the Barossa wine drunk game. I heard Noah Bolter could be back, which is
No,
questionable.
not a chance.
I
He's
heard he could
playing.
be back.
There is not a chance.
Richmond Freo.
I will do the podcast nude next week if he plays this week.
Don't do that.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We can't put it on Pornhub.
We don't want that. I think Fremantle will just smash him.
I'll personally wear a Noah Bolter jersey if he plays this week.
You're gonna buy a Noel Bolton?
Yes, and I'll personally wear it if he plays.
No. It's like the Greenwood jersey or whatever. Anyway.
Back out to Norwood. Giants versus Saints. I think the Saints get a massive humbling.
Yeah.
They play a good team, they get smacked.
Oh, I don't know how they're in the top 8.
We've had this discussion about 5 times today so far. It's because they've played Geelong without Bailey Smith. They've played Richmond and then they played Port. And both Richmond and Port are bottom 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible teams. Finishing off, speaking of Port, the game where Ken potentially gets sacked. They got Hawthorn. The Hawks
Why they
are fuming with
said
Port.
the end of this?
It's 7:20 on a Sunday night.
They should have had this as the Thursday night opener.
Yeah, or at least Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's the rivalry from
7
last year. I want to say Ginnivan. Hopefully when Hawthorn win, Ginnivan gives it to Ken and he gets sacked.
Can I hot take here?
Hold up.
Hot take. It's a bit hot in here. Hot takes. So long. Ken will not last past this round.
I reckon the Hawks smoke him.
This will be Ken will just pack it up. He'll just go home.
I think the Hawks smoke
strap
him.
it up.
They're fuming with Port. They're still angry from their semi-final.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
And Port are in tatters.
Yeah, they're cooked.
They are cooked more
They are overcooked. They're done.
than Gorn's legs.
Yeah.
Talking of hot takes, I had a hot take this week.
Oh, you had a massive
Hot take when I was working on the game.
You had a tall hot
I
take.
received an almighty message.
I was in the race. Here's my take. Max Gorn is tall.
Really?
He's really tall.
Hey,
Really?
at least you got it now.
He's really tall.
Finally got hot takes after 4 weeks of us
He's
doing
really tall. And going on that, another hot take I have here. Carlton can't play second halves.
Have we said this 3 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll keep saying it until they play a second half.
Yeah, we'll keep saying it. I had a good one I thought about today as well. I was thinking about everything with the footy. Port's succession plan, it's not working.
Really?
No. I mean, I don't think succession plans work.
I don't think it does.
Really?
I don't think, I've seen enough now. I don't think they work.
I have one more, not on the run sheet. So West Coast, do you know about how the fact they took Hawthorn's first round pick instead of Carlton's first round
Yes.
Yeah.
pick? That was a bad idea.
That was a bad idea. No, I shouldn't have done that.
We need a compensation pick, please, AFL. Give us compensation
You
picks.
have too many fans.
No, we'll get one
You know,
if
we,
DeConey goes.
do you know we currently have 2 top 5 picks with the way the ladder is? With
Yeah,
us
'cause
and
you got
Melbourne.
Melbourne, so yeah.
Pick 2 and pick 5. We're building something.
All right, we're gonna go to our another segment we have. We're here. Fev, take us away.
Steven Seagal, his favourite movie, Steven Seagal.
Isn't the box office meant to be about a straight bloke taking a piss out
Steven Seagal!
That's right. Bang! We're off with the segment here. It's Pressure Point. We're in the furnace here. Pressure Point. What coaches are in the Pressure Point that we haven't talked about already?
Yeah, okay, let's so who's on there right now? Vossi's still there.
Yep.
Goodwin's still there. Longmuir's free from the pressure point.
He got rid of it.
Ken's still there.
Ken's
I'm
still
putting
there,
Ken
but look, Ken, he's not in a pressure point, he's in a pressure cage.
He's in the pressure furnace.
he's in the depression cage.
I've added someone to the pressure point this week, and that is Alistair Clarkson.
Paul Clarko.
Yeah, poor
As what that performance was on the weekend
Oh, shit.
was not to what the North fans were expecting,
we know.
and I feel like it's going to get to a point sooner or later they're going to have to start getting wins, or he's in a lot of strife.
But did you see the TikTok being made?
I've seen a lot of brain rot TikToks. I don't know which one he made.
This one was when North did they did a picture day, and they got Clarko to sit at the front, and then they all went Clarko to him, and you have to point out who's who.
No, I saw that. Yeah. Stupid.
But I think he's in the pressure point, because if he doesn't turn out success, this is what, the third year at the club?
I'll call it second, seeing he missed half a year due to a certain investigation.
No, but the squad he has at the moment is good enough to be winning games, or at least competing with these teams.
Well,
They're not.
He did win a game and compete against Adelaide.
Look, that was their first bad game of the year.
Yeah,
They do have to be more competitive than that. Like, that was crap.
That's not. It's
That was
not to the
awful.
standard what they should be bringing. And Clarko is a good enough coach to not be turning out his performances. He's won 4 flags.
Yeah, with the great team.
Yeah, the one of the best teams of all time.
Still, though, yeah. I agree. That was North was shit. Like,
They were awful.
back to the last few years we've seen from
They were
North.
awful, but that's a bit of overreaction. That's a Carlton trying to.
Oh,
deflect
no.
it.
I don't think it's an overreaction. I think he's in there. He can easily work his way out of here like
They need
Longmuir
to
did,
win.
but he's in the pressure point.
They need to win at least 7 or 8 games this year.
Yeah.
Which
Who they got
is-
this week again?
They got Gold Coast. They're going to get
Yeah.
smashed.
Well, just compete. If they compete,
they can stay
if
with
they
Gold Coast-
stay within 30 points, I'll take him out of the pressure point.
Thanks, Alan.
Do we want to add any players into the pressure point this week?
I've got one.
Oh, we've both got one.
I've got Bailey Fritsch.
Oh,
He's crap.
he is. He's
Every time he got the ball on Friday night, he made the wrong decision.
You know, ever since he's been publicly outed for wanting a move, he's been shit.
He gets the ball, and when he looks to take a pass, he should take a pass, he has a shot and misses. when he should take a pass, he had when he should have a shot, he takes a pass.
He's got a shit haircut.
Terrible haircut. That's
Jimmy
awesome.
Neutron.
So much. I walk past him. It's so much like hairspray.
His hair doesn't move.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Neutron.
That's my player I want to put in there because a lot of players like the big guns, Petrarca, Oliver getting spoken about.
Travis already in there.
Well, I'm getting a big gun in there,
Yeah.
and he knows what's coming.
You just.
It's Patrick Cripps.
Yeah. He's
I had the same.
down.
I had the same rant about Rosie last week about a captain not leading. All right. Now, this season so far, Cripps has had over 70% of his disposals be handballs.
He's gonna go to the kick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's been playing full forward, doing a Bond Bevo situation, not because he's being like forced to play down there, because he can't play in the midfield right now. He can't.
As in, he's not fit enough to, or he's not good enough to.
This season, good enough to.
That's no.
First
That
half
is-
can, second half no.
That
I'm
is
not joking.
outrageous.
That game on the weekend, like on Thursday, he was nowhere near it.
Yeah, he had
Well,
a
he
bad
should-
game. I genuinely am baffled by this.
Against the Doggies when he needed it late, nowhere near. Hewitt was your only real shining light.
Yeah, I'm not saying he wasn't good this week.
Against us when he needs the captain's response. There is no show.
We are basing this off one game against Collingwood.
No. I'm basing off this season. You, as a captain, when you are up 4 games this year, you should be leading your troops instead of doing what he's been doing and disappearing for the second half.
No, but I'm in total agreement here. What are you expecting? So you're saying that when his teammates turn it over, he has to go in there and fix the problem?
No.
How?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he should be one trying to personally turn it around. Because he's the one who has to lead them.
But he's getting tagged every game.
We didn't tag him.
Yes, you did.
We don't have
Side bottom followed him the whole game. And Pendlebury followed him the whole game.
Pendlebury was on him.
But that Pendlebury, he go run off him half the time as well. Because he got open and free. Paddy Cripps didn't throw back.
I do not agree. I think you're basing this off one game.
I'm not basing it off one game. I'm basing it off his season so far. The second half of every single game, like Carlton itself, he's disappearing. And that's what a captain shouldn't be doing when they're losing every single second half.
I think you're going off this because of the pedestal that he's been on, because of how good he's been the last couple of years.
Exactly.
He's had a couple of bad games, and you put him in the pressure point.
Yes, that's what this is all about. This is what pressure point's all about.
We never had... Okay, by this logic, Dacre should have been enough for round 2.
I would have had pressure point. I would have.
I'm baffled. I can't, I'm not agreeing with this.
Well, that's not the point. This is my pressure point pick. This isn't your pressure point pick.
Yeah.
And I'm putting him in the pressure point.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, wow. I'm lost for words here.
Well,
I'll put my person in the pressure point. We'll move on. I'll put Tim Kelly in there because
He hates football.
Yeah.
he can't be one of the best players on my team, but he just looks disinterested. Doesn't want to be there.
I wouldn't want to be at West Coast either.
But he wanted to move there.
Yeah, when they were good.
And he made lots of money doing so.
I know he did, but he could have stayed in Geelong, decided to go back, and now he's not happy with his decision, so he's sulking it up.
Well, he's got lots of Hungry Jacks franchises, so now he can just do whatever he wants.
Can I add another person in there? Jake Stringer. He's going in there. You can't be a big name recruit like that and kick 6 points in your first 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
He's been carried now by a forward
Hey,
line.
he's got to make sure his skin folds are kept up nice and tight.
I hope he's dropped by around 10.
He probably will be if he doesn't score.
Yeah. Now it doesn't have as much of an impact because he's in a way better forward line with Hogan, Toby, all their players. But 6 points in 2 games.
And finally, before I end up killing someone here, let's move on to our final segment.
All rise for the Cripps Dacos medal.
So long.
Yeah, well, we can go over this. Anyway, so Carlton versus Collingwood. 1 vote George Hewitt, only good thing about Carlton on the weekend. 2 votes Darcy Cameron, and 3 votes for the medal himself, Lockie Schultz.
We're going down to GMHBS Stadium again. We've got Geelong vs Melbourne. 1 vote to Connor O'Sullivan. Great rookie performance out there. 2 votes to Bailey Smith and 3 votes to Zach Guthrie.
Moving up north to the game of the year so far, Gold Coast versus the Cron. 1 vote to James Peatling, 2 votes Daniel Rioli, and 3 votes to the God thriller, Riley Thilthorpe.
Now on to Richmond versus Brisbane. 1 vote, Will Ashcroft for the craziest goal we'll see all year. 2 votes, Lockie Neal, getting a little bit of stat padding in. And 3 votes to Human Cloggage.
We're in the furnace now at Marvel. North Melbourne versus Sydney. 1 vote to the former Swan himself, Luke Parker. 2 votes to Will Hayward. And 3 votes to Riley Chomp Bice.
The moustache. Back up to the shittest stadium in the AFL, NG. Giants versus the Eagles. 1 vote, Lockie Ash. 2 votes, Tom Green. 37 and 2 and getting 2 votes. It's criminal, but only it was 2 because Jesse Hogan decided to kick 9, so he gets the 3.
Should have had 10. Shouldn't have given it off.
Yeah, you gave one to Cameron, didn't you?
Yeah. Now, Port versus St Kilda, absolute shit fest at Adelaide Oval. 1 vote, Jack Sinclair. 2 vote to Naz. And 3 vote to Jason Hall-Francis.
Final game of the round, Fremantle versus Western Bulldogs. Andrew Brayshaw, 1 vote. Caleb Strong, 2 votes. And 3 votes to the guy who's single-handedly carrying Western Bulldogs at the moment, and that's Sam Darcy.
I hate you.
Oh, goodness me! Patrick Reed, you little beauty!
Happy Gilmore 2, question mark? That's coming out. We'll kick off.
What a movie.
What a movie. Golf is here again. Australians are back in the golfing world. Another tournament, another win, success. This time in Live Golf in Miami at Trump's golf course himself. Trump owns multiple golf courses, so I hope you are aware.
Do you have tariffs on them?
Yes. Mark Leishman has taken out the individual event in Live Golf in Miami. It's his first individual tournament win on the Live Tour. Great to see him winning. Plus, our Ripper GC men's won the team tournament. So, double gold for the Australians in the Live Golf. And then, obviously, the talking point coming into this week, it's Masters time. The best time of the year to be a golf fan. Do you know what the Masters are?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do. I just don't care.
Good. It's the best time of the year. Tiger's not here this year, unfortunately, though.
I hate it. It ruins my feed for a whole week.
I love it. It's the best time. The magnolia leaves. The magnolia. Magnolia Lane.
You are 47 years old.
Go. It's the best time of the year. You know you can go there and you have a beer for $2. It's all a beer costs you.
Hey,
Do
no,
they have
after the
beers at the golf?
tariffs, it'll be $10.
Yeah, they do.
Was
No,
was
no.
As mental as Adelaide?
This is political pod.
No, because the Masters is such a like they
Like,
so they actually don't they hold the rights to everything.
on this pod. We're doing philosophy and politics.
Can I ask a question about Live in America?
Yeah.
Is it as mental as Adelaide?
No, because the fans don't care as much at Miami.
Boring. What's the point?
No, if you go into the PGA Tour, there's an event called.
I want the watering hole on every single hole.
No, they got a watering hole. It's in Phoenix. It's the waste management. And they have a 16th hole. It's a block of party hole.
The tariffs?
Oh, shut up. We're talking about golf here, and all you care about is tariffs.
Yeah, it's.
Because I mentioned in playing a Trump golf thing.
It's affecting my life.
Oh, I'll affect your life in a second with a fucking
back
knuckle
to
sand.
America.
This is not a drill. Tottenham have won a game.
Hooray!
Thanks, Basil. Thanks, Basil.
Yeah, Southampton.
Thanks, Basil.
have the worst record when they've been relegated ever.
Yeah, they're checks.
We've got a really good title race here actually now too, because it's the title race between who's going to finish higher, Manchester United or Tottenham in 13th and 14th.
The Manchester Derby was the worst game, like most boring Manchester Derby of all time.
Oh, it was awful.
0-0. No one did. No
I
one.
think none of our teams got a win this week.
They got a draw.
We had a loss.
We didn't lose. That's a win for us.
We lost to a good team.
We played our C team.
But going back to Australia, it's a 2-horse race for the Matilda's coaching job. 2 names here. One is a powerhouse in women's football coaching all around the world in Europe. Joe Montemurro, is that how I say it? Mm-hmm. And then John Aloisi. Yeah. Western United, John Aloisi.
Ball that powerful.
Tard ball. They won again. They won 3-1 against Perth. Took them 2 minutes to score against Perth.
It's almost like it's Perth. This is what years not having an owner does to you.
But if you were the Matildas players and management, do you want Aloisi or do you want Montemurro?
Montemurro.
Montemurro has managed loads of women's sides, is well known and respected within the women's football field. I would go Montemurro.
I think considering they're actually quite different sports, women's soccer and men's soccer. I'd probably go the women's. I'd go Montemurro.
Yeah, okay. Well, John Aloisi is the favourite to get the women's job, the Matilda's job.
It's like I'm going to go Popovich a job.
Tarn 8 ball.
Tarn 8 ball is at it. Western United are funding this whole sport.
Aren't they bankrupt already?
Probably.
Oh, they will be in the next 2 years.
Probably. The stadium still hasn't even got built.
Their owner literally said, I don't care if I go broke, I'm going to pay for this club.
But besides that, there wasn't much happening in the A-League this weekend. It's pretty boring round.
No, we didn't have 35 goals.
No, I think the highest goal was like a 3-1, so nothing crazy this week.
We learned defense.
No one's good.
No, yeah, no one's good. It's just that the offense could finally just not score.
Yeah.
But that was really it. But we're gonna go to Europe here. In Germany, have you heard this? Third division side in Germany, Arminia by Bielefeld. I think that's how I said it.
That is not.
You gonna just say it?
The fuck out of that.
Arminia Bielefeld.
That's it. They're in the final of the DFB Pokal, is like the FA Cup or the Australia Cup in Australia for Germany. They'll be facing Stuttgart in the final. If they win, a third division team could be playing Europa League.
That's cool. Sorry, it's hurt my head that you've said compared the DFB Pokal to the Australia Cup.
Yeah, in comparison. For our locals here.
It's no, it's ridiculous. It's like this is better. It's like a VAFA team played in the grand final.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. To put it to our footy audience.
Good old
if
Brian.
Birmingham City made the FA Cup final.
Yeah, which they did the Carabao Cup a few years back.
It's like if Ringwood United were to win the Australia Cup.
They're like Div 5.
No, that'd be worse.
But that could be really interesting. I'm really excited to see imagine they win that and they're playing third division. They have to go travel to Manchester United or Tottenham.
No, we're making it Champions League.
No, you're not.
We're winning Europa League.
Go play Manchester City.
How do you reckon the tariffs are affecting Germany right now?
They can go to Nottingham when Nottingham fall out of the Champions League.
Go see Bonnie Blue.
Champions League's this week. What do you reckon?
You guys are losing to Real Madrid.
Yeah. We're going to shit ass a 1-0 win at home.
No.
Shit ass. And then go to the Bernabeu, have a 0-0 draw, have a 0-0 draw, get through, and you see Arteta do the shush that what's his name did a couple of years when Mourinho did when he was at Inter Milan.
Yeah, that's how we're going to do it.
How's your team going?
Great. We're undefeated in Europe.
So at Tottenham.
No, not. We're the only team in Europe undefeated.
Who you got this week?
We got Lyon.
Oh, good luck. Good luck winning that.
Hey, you in Europe?
We will be next year.
You won't be for long in there.
No, we'll make it. We're on the way.
Don't make me get out of this seat. Come on in. You won't get in the water. You don't want to get his hair wet. Pretty boy.
Hold that thought. I'm gonna call you back.
Oh, Lord.
Now, moving over to our Yankee cousins, what do you think about the tariffs?
I think they're really bad for the economy for America, not for us though.
Yeah, the Wall Street's crashed.
What tariffs are we putting on our Australian players over in the NBA?
That's not... No, we're a political pod now. No more sport. We're talking politics.
So what are your political views?
What's the political and socio-economic state of this world?
Oh my God.
Who are you voting? Are you voting for trumpeted patriots in the upcoming election?
Enough of this crap. We're going into NBA. Enough of this shit. Basketball's happened. Final Four's here. The final had happened. UConn have won the women's NCAA March Madness.
UConn win it every single year.
Paige Beckers is the new Caitlin Clark. It took me a while to get that out there. She's awesome.
She's a good player.
Projected #1 pick for the WNBA.
What tariff is she being put on?
Nah, she's very good. She's very
good. They've looked dominant. Even Paige, not Paige, Van Lith.
Oh,
Hayley Van Lith looked awesome going. I think they fell in the Elite 8, was it? The Final Four? Something like that. But you kind of dominated the...
UConn's basketball program is literally like...
UConn win everything on the women's side of the bracket.
They would spend at least $50 million.
They weren't even the #1 seed. It was South Carolina.
They still win it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. They spend so much money
on it, they have to win it. But then we go over to the men's side. We've got the championship happening tomorrow, I believe. So Tuesday for the pod listeners. So it happened yesterday for the pod listeners. I got there in the end. We have Florida versus Houston.
Alex Conlon might win a national championship.
And then go back to Collingwood.
Yep, because he won't get drafted.
But it was the first time, obviously, since I think it was 2009, that all 4 teams in the Final Four were number 1 seeds.
Yeah.
Because you had Duke, you had
Someone's
Houston, you had
bracket might have
Florida,
gone close this year.
and it was Auburn with the other
I
one.
believe so, yeah.
Someone's bracket might have got somewhat close this year.
No, literally the first round when Aura, what was his name again?
Oh, I know you're talking
the
about.
McNeese guy. When McNeese made it
yes.
through,
Yeah.
they literally took out half the brackets in the competition.
Yeah.
So
It's impossible to get it.
Who are we tipping? We do Florida or Houston?
I'm going to Houston.
I'm going Florida. I want Aussie to win
I want Florida as well. I think Florida are probably the favourites as well.
They are. Florida should win it. Houston, they don't do anything else in sports, so it'll be funny to see them win it.
I want a San Antonio team to make it so Charles Barkley can go.
No, they should just play the final every year in San Antonio.
So Charles Barkley has to go to San Antonio.
But no, he won't go there.
He won't go there.
He doesn't like college sports, so they go to San Antonio.
Make him big old. Moving back to the NBA, written down. The West is shaping up. We don't know what's going to happen with the seedings.
You could literally go
The
from
3 seed to the 8 seed is 2 games in it.
So you either get a guaranteed spot in the playoffs, or you have to fight your way in.
Yeah. Well, we're speaking Memphis, who we spoke about last week about their firing of Taylor Jenkins, and Jar's been on a mad one.
75k fine for.
They fell from 3rd to 8th in 2 days.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Right now, the Lakers are the 3rd seed.
Lakers have pushed a little bit ahead now.
It's Lakers, Denver, then it's Clippers 5, Golden State 6, Minnesota are 7, and Grizzlies are the 8.
Yeah. It's
crazy.
That could flip upside down tomorrow.
How many games you got left? I think it's 4 or 5 left for each team.
4.
It's real close.
It's a good way to finish because the East is pretty much locked in.
And the East is shit, so
I'm happy though. I reckon there's a good chance we get the New York Detroit matchup in the first round.
That's what we want.
That's
what we want.
That is what I'm frothing for.
That is
Malice
frothers.
Malice at the Garden.
Isaiah Stewart, go to work.
But we've seen a lot of English there. We're talking a lot about some podcasts. Obviously, Podcast Paul, big podcaster. Shaq went on a podcast this week.
The big podcast.
Big podcast. The
Shaq
big podcast.
Does his best work on podcasts.
And he was talking about tariffs and all that. But then he was also talking about Ben Simmons. And Shaq said Ben Simmons should be arrested.
What for?
For stealing money from the basketball organisation with his contract.
Yeah.
Now, putting that into political sense, how much should he get tariffed for that?
20%.
I've heard there's word going around that he wants to return back to Australia and play for the Bombers.
That's a thing from 4 years ago where he said because he's a Bombers fan.
But he could fit into the game really easily.
No,
he could.
I don't want him.
He could be your next stringer.
I don't want him.
Don't you want Ben Simmons?
No, I don't.
You can take a massive contract.
Guys, talking about tariffs. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was tariffed today. He didn't get a single free throw.
And did I lose by 30?
Yep.
What?
Huh?
It's because he didn't have 30 free throws.
It's
OKC, UFC, KFC, Lakers in far.
Just that the Lakers realised maybe when he goes to try and shoot, let's not try and be right in his face.
No, learn how to do tariffs.
Shut up.
Bronny hit a 3.
This is tariff pod.
The Lakers.
Bronny's G League season's over. He averaged 22 points.
22.6 and 4 or something.
Can he do it on a cold night in Darabin?
No, he doesn't live in fucking Victoria.
One thing, we're going to talk about Dyson Daniels here because he's obviously had an outstanding season, hasn't been tariffed, great player. He's poised to be one of the favourites to win Most Improved Player. Should also be a favourite to win Defensive Player of the Year in my opinion. But apparently he can't be a small and win it because Draymond Green's a favourite to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I hate you.
Trump is really terrifying.
I hate Draymond.
Draymond stopped playing good basketball about 4 years ago. We're going to give him DPOY.
Longer.
Go Birds. Go Birds been better than he defensive this year than he has.
And if Gobert ever wins it again, I'll lose my mind.
Guys.
Don't.
Shut up.
This is
really
I was about to say, Dyson Daniels is being robbed like Crom.
Okay, well that's true.
And the tariff.
Ah, there we go. Couldn't help yourself.
It's a tariff pod.
Yeah, no, I can't believe Dawson Denver's in the favourite to win DPOY.
As long as he wins,
Does my
as long as he wins a award, I'll be happy.
Yes.
He should.
He should.
But then Cade will also win most improved.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I love
And then
how...
somehow Shay's gonna win MVP,
Well, that's going to cause outrage across the world.
Yeah.
especially in Serbia. We'll send Shay to Serbia. See how he survives.
No, just give Jokic Brothers a chance to lock them in a room.
How is Nikola Jokic the smallest out of all the brothers?
Yeah, they are the biggest.
Because the other two are fucking giants.
Giants.
They are like Andre the
They
Giant.
couldn't fit on court. So they had to be bodyguards and stuff.
Oh boy.
I'm going to say one thing, because when we come in next week, the season's done. Playoff bracket, going to predict it. Whoever gets the closest gets something.
They don't get tariff.
Gets an uneducated Nuffy sticker.
Yeah, you can rest ticket for a week.
Yeah. You have a badge saying I'm special.
Maybe this is losing bracket. It's the worst bracket.
That's
I'm
right.
also special. So only one person.
If you lose to West Coast next week, we should make the punishment. You have to wear a special badge for the rest of the year saying I am special.
Oh no.
I am music, I am special. I lied to your ass.
Yeah, I lied to your ass. Like real close, and then they go.
No, it has to be the same distance. It has to be a bit there.
Oh, well, that was about 20 metres, max.
Okay, so 20 minutes. Bang. I'm literally going to put cement in my water bottle and go.
Alright, we're back at the end of the show, which means our favourite segment of the week every time. It's Melon of the Week, where we talk about 5 people, teams, organisations, communities that are done fucked up in the last week.
Can I make one more tariff joke, please?
Oh no.
Go on.
This week, the Melons have been tariffed. They're not
That
as
actually
good.
makes sense for the first time out of anything you've spoken about tariffs at all today.
Nothing mental this week. We had to,
There's one mental one.
Well, yeah,
There's one metal
always
one.
mental one.
It's metal.
No, God. Okay, you're getting fucking tariffed.
we had to goose and ding to find all 5. We'll start at the bottom, number 5. Bit funny this one, but also a bit sad. You know the NBA, lots of fan activation games.
Yes, the
whatnot.
half court shots for like $50,000.
Yeah, the Atlanta Hawks did their thing at halftime. They do it every game. It was little. I think it was make a layup, like a 1v1, make a layup, make a jump shot, make a 3, make a half court, whatever. One Atlanta Hawks fan was competing. Just a regular bloke, just a regular dad. Went to take a layup. In procedure of doing a layup, tore his ACL. How?
I think the best thing is the guy he was going up against just kept going. He
Yeah.
just didn't stop. He just kept trying to score and win.
Won his $1,000.
Yes, he wanted his money. So he just didn't stop. What everyone's like, oh, this guy's actually hurt.
Yeah, this guy.
Really?
How weak's his knees? He turned a layup, fell over, tore his ACL.
He's from Atlanta. What do you expect? All they do is sit in the poke and go.
That's Vegas.
No, Atlanta is Sin City.
No, that's Vegas.
No, Atlanta have a massive pokies thing.
Atlanta's Bronx.
Yeah, it's not. No,
Atlanta
Sin
have
City
pokies
is
thing.
Vegas.
Atlanta have pokies.
We'll go to Atlanta and find out.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna
Trip to Atlanta. Let's do it. We're doing a live pod in Atlanta by the end of the year.
I'm not going to Atlanta.
No.
Anyway, so not really his fault. It is his fault, but just everyone involved in this situation is just very awkward. Just a bunch of melons at number 5.
Number 4, we're going to back to basketball here in America on the tariffs. The NCAA. Obviously, they have awards for the March Madness. Been plenty of good players to have played in March Madness. You have Jimmy Fredette. You've had
Yes.
Where else are we going? We've
Adam
got
Morrison.
Adam Morrison, Kemba Walker.
Farouk Aminu.
Hey, Kemba had a good NBA career, guys. Let's not.
Some great players. Zion
Greg
Williamson.
Hey, Zion's great. He's
No,
also
he's
really
not.
charming.
But the NCAA decided to give I think it was the best player of the tournament.
Power forward.
Best power forward of the tournament. There's been plenty of good power forwards to come in through the NCAA. They decided to call it the Karl Malone Award. Now, if you don't know Karl Malone history, there's a lot of history with Karl Malone and doing pretty
Very illegal things.
immoral is
Not
a
illegal.
word you would say.
Illegal, immoral, both.
Fucked up things.
Why are we naming awards after him?
Because Americans
Why?
We're getting
What-
political,
why-
or are we getting...
Why are we praising someone who did something to some little thing and just,
Think of a
just
worse way.
why?
Yeah.
Why? Give it to
mean,
Adam Morrison.
He's not power forward. When you think power forwards,
Who's power forwards?
Oh, Zion.
Tim Duncan.
Zion.
Tim Duncan was a pretty good power forward.
He's at Wake Forest.
Still a pretty good power forward.
Wake Forest though.
Zion's getting it for being charming.
Yeah, charming.
Not
He's
charming.
so beautiful.
You don't believe because, but yes, NCAA, your Melons.
Yeah, moving on. Number 3, we have got a combination of the West Coast Eagles and Oscar Allen. And I think everyone involved in this situation. If you don't know, during midweek, Oscar Allen had a meeting. Hawthorn had the bye, so Sam Mitchell, top secret agent, flew over to the West Coast.
So secretive.
So secretive. On SEN, Cornsey goes, "Are you going over to West Coast to go talk to Oscar Allen?" No. Oh, is your wife going?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this. I want to talk about our game. So you're going.
No.
Anyway, that all went through. Oscar Allen had a meeting with Sam Mitchell, obviously, potentially on the move next year to Hawthorn or Brisbane. Then got found out, obviously. Got made to apologise.
Had to have a presser on a Thursday.
And the shirt he was wearing looked like Hawthorn colours as well. They're the West Coast jersey.
Fucking that retro jumper.
Yeah. I mean, the timing's not great. He did just have a 3 disposal game in the derby as a captain.
Yeah.
A lot of things. I think it's an overreaction, though, personally.
Bit of overreaction, but a lot of feelings have been hurt.
Yeah.
Well, Tom Barras left. So.
Yeah, must
The
have
West Coast fans are very sensitive at the moment. They've bottled a lot of them, not having a great time.
Harley Reid just can't do anything.
Yeah. So 25 touches, man.
Yeah, off halfback, stat padding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I think this whole situation is just, the AFL media included, just a bunch of melons.
Oh, the whole thing, yeah.
It's just a stupid.
Not you, Cornsey.
It's called business.
No, we love Kane Corns.
Guys,
and David King.
It's called business.
I love the fireball. I'm a bowler.
The quiz.
The Friday quiz.
Can you spell Jasny?
Are you looking it up?
No.
Mark Cody Stallions.
Move on.
Number 2, we got an NRL here. We don't normally talk much about the NRL here. We're not an NRL pod.
I'm going to NRL actually on Sunday.
Bum sniffers.
You are?
Yeah.
You're going to the game?
Yeah.
You actually?
Why?
Yeah.
I'm working the game.
I'm going with girlfriend and rabid doggies fan.
I'll get you on the ground.
No.
go tackle with
Oh, I'll go tackle someone. Yeah.
Next and then say you got a 5% tariff on that one.
I'll have lots of feelings about that next week.
But we had a game between the Rabbitohs and the Roosters, the Sydney Derby, South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Sydney Roosters. After the game, obviously, feral fans, they decided to start brawling with each other in the stands. There's a full-on melee between like 40 fans.
Average NRL game.
What the fuck, Sydney?
As a posh AFL fan.
Shut up! You go to Collingwood. Shut up!
We look posh compared to NRL fans.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, you don't. You look worse.
Well,
you make the Canterbury Bulldogs.
You are the 1%.
No.
But yeah, what the fuck? Why are we calling them brawls? It's not the 1990s anymore.
Right.
Not the 1990s anymore.
The Sydney Roosters are not good.
We're not having
Sydney
punches.
Roosters.
The widowy not good enough. So NRL fans of the Rabbitohs and Roosters, you guys are melons.
I'm sick of it.
Can you do a melon?
Oh, sorry guys. Number 1, guys.
Do your melon.
Now-
They're your mates.
Not my mates.
Your fan
I
base.
don't know them. I don't know. They're Carlton fans.
No, they're not.
Number 1, last week, I was at the game. I could have died.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually could have died.
But now we're getting into feelings here.
Yeah, this is feelings podcast.
You okay?
This is politics and feelings podcast. I'm not okay. No one
Well, then
asked me.
Did you see any rogue antics in the second quarter?
Yeah, Carlton being shit.
In the stands, I mean.
Oh, not really, no.
Do you want some?
What is going to a Carlton Collingwood game?
No, because
it would be so
Collingwood
bad for the pen.
Collingwood fans were smug and Carlton fans were getting up about for the first half. But no one asked my feelings about how I felt after hearing this. I didn't laugh at all either as well. So security guards do a really good job, guys, don't they?
Oh, let's use AI walkthroughs.
Have you ever noticed, like, recently how easy it's been to walk in a footy game?
Yeah,
you don't get checked anymore.
I've not been checked once so far.
Not anymore.
Well, you do now, but before this incident, you could walk in, like, just
with
around the whole
anything.
thing.
With
Yeah.
anything. I could have something
Clearly.
shoved on my ass. Don't know.
Or down your pants.
You could take a whole kilo of cocaine in there and you'd get away with it.
You have to beat that.
Anyway, so last week on Thursday night, they had a pretty lax security. I can attest to that. It was pretty lax.
Did you just cruise on through?
Yep. And So when they let two people who they were questionable about through, they had no real qualms until about halftime when someone noticed that they were talking about guns.
I noticed something.
They noticed something.
They were kicking out a stink, weren't they? They were just being,
they were being
and the anti-social number got texted or something.
Yeah. So eventually security comes down and says, hey guys, look, you have to leave. After that, they get the police involved because they're not moving. And the police do an actual body check and they find 2 guns.
Loaded. Ready to fire.
I could have died. I was nowhere near it, and they didn't have enough bullets for that. But I could have died, guys.
Yeah.
That's serious. Are we America? Is this a political plot again? No, but seriously.
How?
Also, they were both on parole.
Yeah, they're
on bail.
Also,
Yeah.
sorry.
Out on bail.
And then went back to jail after this.
Maybe one of Mockbale's boys.
No, he's just a good Northie man.
Northie's not.
But seriously, what the fuck? Security.
How? I don't get how.
MCG security.
You see the lines for it had 40,000 people at the game on Saturday,
Brisbane had 40,000.
and it took people almost an hour and a half just to get in.
You're gonna have to get to the footy like 2 hours early now.
Yeah, but what are they going to do for the pre-game to actually keep people entertained?
Do it outside now.
They're gonna have to do something.
Put the VFL game on in Yarra Park.
Yeah, no. The MC has to walk around the ground and ask people in their lines, hey, what are you doing at the game?
I'm trying to get in to watch my team.
I'm sick of seeing you outside. Let's get you in.
Do you have a gun?
No.
When
are you guys next going to the MCG for a footy game?
Our next game... Oh, Anzac Day.
I'm there for Anzac Day.
You're working.
Yeah,
I'm going
bound side.
I'm going to Easter Monday. I'll give us a report on how it goes.
Please do.
We're going to time it. Can you please record your time in line?
Yeah.
Yes, we're on a time lapse.
Oh, will members be different? No,
No, they'll be the same.
Oh no, because you get treated differently.
Yeah, good boys.
They get to sit behind glass where we have to sit outside.
MCC.
I like to sit behind glass.
You're not an MCC member.
But I still like to sit behind
Carlton
glass.
fan, though.
I sit behind concrete now.
You sit
I'm
watching the game.
underneath the ground.
No, not really. I've
Yeah,
seen you there. I've got video proof of you not doing anything.
Sit down beside.
Anyway, we've gone pretty far off point. How the fuck are there 2 guns in the ground?
I don't get
Silly
it.
In Australia.
fans.
Last time this happened in an
Carlton
AFL game was the
Carlton.
2010 grand final where there was a threat, but nothing happened. So
See, so it can't be us. We're known for.
This is like A-League sort of territory coming into AFL.
No, because A-League's just bashings, not.
Sorry, bashings is better than holding a gun.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, because most of the bashings don't end in death. Gunshot would be death.
But there was no gunshot.
But they could have been
They were both loaded and ready to
loaded guns.
Do we know which end of the supporters they were at?
No.
Hopefully Collingwood end.
I think it was down my
I think
end,
we're
which is
gonna.
Carlton
We
end.
should settle it as one was a Collingwood fan, one was a Carlton fan, and if they get into disagreement at any point during the game, they're gonna go to war.
That's what they needed it for. They're gonna sit outside rolled stacks. No. Outside roll stacks and just shoot.
Either way, both your fans are feral. So.
What a pod. What a pod. A lot of tariffs, a lot of talking points, a lot of arguments.
So next week, feelings pod, guys. Actually, quick political point. What did you guys think of Albo falling over during a presser?
I didn't
What
see
about
this.
Dutton knocking the camera over the footy?
I've not seen any of these.
Good politics.
Enough politics.
So feelings pod next week. What feelings we bring?
The feelings we Carlton West to West Coast.
Gonna bring my pillow just to hold and cuddle.
We're having a therapy session.
I hope you know if Carlton win, I'm going feral next week.
It's West Coast.
Doesn't matter. I'm going feral.
1-4.
Yeah, we're not going to be Owen.
Well done.
Great.
You were meant to win in round 1 against the 14-year-olds, but you didn't do that. So.
Oh, well.
Last year when we did that, we won by 60 points. So you need to do it by more than 60 points.
Stop being rude to me, guys. You're gonna hurt my feelings.
Your team sucks.
Your team sucks.
Yeah, I know my team sucks.
And you're not admitting it.
I am admitting it.
You literally had a whole part of this day where you just were talking about how it doesn't suck.
No, I'm just saying it's not as bad as what we think it is.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Oh, well. I'm Owen.
I'm John T.
I'm James.
Stay nothing.